Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll quickly show you how to sew the keyhole neckline blouse. I drafted the pattern on my previous tutorial and I'll leave the link in the description box so you can watch that if you haven't already done so. So the pieces that you need are your side pieces, your center front, and you also need fusible interface, which I have here. Mine is black in color because I couldn't find a white one where I live, so I'm just improvising. So once you cut it out, you're going to fuse it to your lining. So I'm using a bridal satin, the same color as the lace fabric that I'm using. So once you cut it out, if you're using a see-through lace like me, you are going to sew them together so it can be as one. Okay, so this is my center front and these and then the side pieces. Like I said, I will sew the lace onto the bridal satin so they can become one. Okay, that's why I fused my interface at first. So I'm just lining out the pieces together. I also cut out the wording. I cut out for the center front. You're going to leave 1 inch from the neckline, and from there you cut out the wording for the center front, and then you end on the underbust. And for the side front, you do the same. You just follow the shape of the bust area, and you also end on the underbust, and then you cut it out. And now the same way I cut out the lining. This is the lining that we use to turn the blouse. Okay, so these are the pieces. I've gone ahead and sew around and joined my lace to the bridal satin that I'm using. So now they are one, and now I've pinned down the wording. Then I'm going to join this side piece to the center front. So you're going to start from the bottom and then you pin all around up to the underbust. When you get to the underbust area, you will hold it down and then you follow the shape as you are sewing so that you kind of just, you know, turn that area slowly, easing it through so that the shape can come out right. Okay, like I said, when you get to the underbust area, you'll be turning your side piece just like I'm showing you here in order to ease it through. Okay, now this is the yoke. So I'm using the lace fabric for the yoke and I'm not lining it. So what I did is I cut out two pieces and then I joined it on the neckline and also on the bottom. Once you join it, you leave the armhole area open and then you turn the piece out just like I'm showing you here. So once you turn it out, this is what you will have. Once you turn it out, you go ahead and give it a good press to make it flat. Okay, so I finished joining the wording and also joining the side the side front to the center front. So once you finish joining it, you just use your scissors and make some notches so you'll be able to um, have your wording laying flat and nice. So this is what you have once you sewed it in. Now this is the lining. So have the lining right side facing right side of the lace, and you will sew on the neckline, on the sides, and also on the bottom, and you leave the armhole area open. Now once you sew it, this is what you're going to have, and then you're going to um, turn it out from the armhole area. Okay, so this is what you're going to have once you turn it out. So once you turn it out, make sure everything is laying down completely, and then you're going to use your iron and give it a good press. Okay, I finished giving the iron in it, and it's now laying flat as I want it. So once you've done that, you grab your yoke. We'll be joining it to the front on the side, just like I'm showing you here. So we're going to be top stitching this. You're going to be top stitching the yoke to the main bodice. So this is where you're going to be top stitching it. Okay, and this is what it looks like once I finish top stitching. All right, so this is my back. The back is just a basic bodice with the dots, and I join them the same way, leaving the zipper area. All right, so once you finish with that, you will be joining the front and back on the shoulder. Okay, so you're just going to take it to the sewing machine, join them on the shoulder, and this is what it looks like after I've joined it together. And now I'm using just a basic long sleeve, and I also have a tutorial on how to draft and cut out your basic sleeve. I will leave the link in the description box so you can watch that as well. So I just went ahead and cut out my sleeves. All right, I already pinned down one, so you're going to open up your blouse like this. Then you're going to take your sleeve with right side facing facing down. Then you're going to start pinning on the shoulder. Match the shoulder to the head of the sleeve, and then you begin to pin it down. So you're going to pin the sleeve all around, and then um, take it to the sewing machine and sew it. Okay, I pinned the sleeves down and now I'm going to sew them. After which you will sew the sides. Okay, now before you sew the sleeves together, after you've attached it, um, I finished attaching it, but before you sew it together, the raw edges inside the sleeve, you can use a bias tape. You can use a bias tape to conceal the raw edges before you sew the sides together. Okay, like I'm telling you earlier. So I cut out a bias strip from my bridal satin fabric. So I'm going to use it to conceal the raw edges because my sleeve is not lined. If you don't do it, it doesn't look too good, So that's why I'm using the satin fabric to conceal the raw edges. So you're going to first pin it down and sew all around. So you're just going to sew and then this is what you have. Once you finish sewing, you turn it over to conceal and then you top stitch. Okay, so once you sew this the bias strip, this is what it looks like. Then you flip it over to conceal it. If need be, you can trim off the excess seam allowance so you can be able to close it properly. Okay, so you fold it in and then sew top stitch it, and this is what it looks like once you finish sewing it. As you can see, the seam allowance is now concealed, so I've gone ahead and hemmed the rest of the sides and I added my zipper, and this is how the inside looks like. As you can see, it's nice and clean. Okay, and this is the front. Once you turn it right side out, this is what the blouse looks like. Okay, so I'm going to put this on a mannequin to show you guys the outcome. This is the blouse on a mannequin. Okay, so guys, this is the end of the tutorial and I hope this tutorial has been helpful. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up, share, like, comment, and um, let me know anything you guys would like me to work on. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.